Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 8th race of the 2018 NRSL Mountain Dew for the Win Cup Series. We are here at the Dodge Motordrome for 125 laps of racing. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It is going to be an interesting race. Emmanuel Hartnett on the pole. And another front row start for the 6 of Philip Parker. Maybe he can finally turn it into one. We don't know yet. Austin Alves, Michael Amato are in row 2. They've shown some little string of success lately. John Arndt, Kev Shearer, Caleb Hoffman, Charles Sanfer, and last week's winner, Andrew Rich, is in row 5 with Johnny Gardner, who was thought to have been the favorite to win last week, along with the 42 of Seth Cole. As you can see, the 42 is right there. He's behind the 31 car, a couple rows back. It's going to be an interesting day. This is technically this is our first, or no, this is our second short track of the season. 2 weeks ago, we saw Quentin Moore, a rookie, win at Martinsville. So this can actually be kind of the wild card race. You know, you've got Charles Sanford, Caleb Hoffman up here, defending champion who's never won a race. John Arndt, only a super speedway winner. He's trying to see if he can get his streak going again. He started off last year great, hasn't had success since, besides that Talladega win in the fall. Austin Alves, Michael Amato, two guys that won last year. They're looking to try and get wins this year. And then you got Hartnett, who's hasn't won at all in his career either. Maybe this will be his time to shine. Anyway, command's going.
Let's get ready to rumble!
As the command has been given, you know, Hartnett, Philip Parker. Parker won the Daytona 500 over a year ago, and he has not seen victory lane since. You know, this it's don't know. We're here at the night. You can see the sky is open here in the Motordrome. There's a pace car will fly off a pit road. We're gonna find out. You know what? What's gonna happen here tonight? As the green flag waves, we are underway. What kind of racing action will we see? Remember, the high line is actually the dominant line around this track, so starting first might not actually have been the advantage here. So you can see Philip Parker battling back on that high side is going to take the lead and lead lap 1. And drivers will move to the high line when they can. It is the preferred line. As you can see, Gardner's almost making 3 wide moves back here. As he moves up, he's already in 7th place. Trying to make his way through the field. It looks like he's got a really fast car under that Ford Fusion. Looking down low, though, is not really going to help him here. He's got to get back to the high line. As you see, John Arndt battling with Austin Alves for 5th place. Arndt will clear the 16 for that position. 4th is Kev Shearer. 3rd is Michael Amato, as Emmanuel Hartnett sits in 2nd place after starting on the pole. But right now, Philip Parker pulling away from that number 20 machine. Remember, this track will show kind of crazy stuff as Amato, you see, kind of takes the high line there. Hartnett kind of ducked down to the bottom. Amato has not seen victory lane since his win at, I believe it was Rockingham. So Amato's trying to get back into victory lane. They haven't had the success they were hoping for to start this season after a 2-win season last year. The same kind of goes for the 17 of BJ Curtis. The Las Vegas native of the number 20, Emmanuel Hartnett. And you can see he's cutting down off of 4. Gets that run off the banking. Not sure how much of an advantage that's really giving him. But Philip Parker continuing the lead. Making faster laps every lap. We're 8 laps in here. You see still picking it up. Just riding around that high line. Tire wear has yet to kick in for these drivers. Except in the back here, you see now Gardner still 7th, Sanford 8th, Osborne 9th, Alex Ferrante sitting in 10th. There's your only 2-time winner on the season. That's Andrew Rich. He sits in 11th place. As here comes Seth Cole off another great week last week. Ended up getting, I believe, 6th after he unlapped himself in the winding end of that race at Texas. And drivers probably got to look and see, hey, what are we going to do when we go to Texas in the fall and we have about an extra 13 laps on the race, you know? If they decide to do that, are they going to extend the race because it's in the playoffs? Because usually the playoff racers tend to be longer for the Mountain Dew Series. So drivers are wondering, hey, are we going to have to fight with the fuel again and do another 101 lap race? Or are we going to see the race get extended and that strategy kind of fall out the window? That strategy is what got this 53 team another win. As you can see, Tide on board the 53 machine again this week. Tide really happy with the success from Andrew. And the other Dodge competitors, Deanna Jones won a race this season. Not in the top 10 right now. Let's see if we can find the 29 cars. She sits in 25th place, right in front of the other female driver of the series, Jessica Shelton. Stuck in the back here in traffic. Let's see, where's Nico Tringali in that 84 machine? You know, he was having a great run last week, and this week it is, it looks like they're having a hard time rebounding from that pit road problem they had back at Texas. You know, they got stuck. Lap traffic was in the way. They couldn't get in their pit stall, and I think they were going to be the ones that were going to win that race because they were the first car. And the 53 came down pit road the same lap as the 84. They were the ones best looking to win that race on strategy. So I'm sure Audi is really devastated from that. But Tringali trying to make his way around DJ Curtis. That's for 37th. And I forgot to pull up the standings this time around. So that is my fault. Maybe during a commercial break I can pull it up. But Philip Parker still leading this race. Nothing going around here in the top 10. Not seeing as much tire fall off as we expected. But Philip Parker continues to lead here on lap 19. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back hopefully with the start of pit stops. Alright, so we're back from that quick break. Philip Parker still in the lead here on lap 26. Was able to bring up the standings while you guys continue to focus on the action. And let's take a look here. Philip Parker currently sitting all the way down 36 in points. Gained 3 spots last week. Maybe the win this week will help propel that 6 car into the top 30. And that would put them in range to make the chase yet again. They are approaching the back of some lap traffic here. Remember, this is a half-mile track, and it's a lot faster than Martinsville. A lot easier to catch up, and it seems Tringali is not having any luck. There's Martinsville winner Quentin Morden. Completely different racetrack. Not having any good luck here. Zach Rogers, another Dodge driver, almost got that win at Vegas. Not having any luck today either. Dylan Young, another bad run for him so far. John Nunn got a good run last week. It looks like struggling yet again. As the rookies that have been doing well this season seem to be having a tough time with this short track. This is usually where rookies would tend to succeed, but it seems this time the veterans are the ones doing good. As Seth Cole, you can see, about to lose 17th to Tony Green in the 4. Nate Rogers 16th. Matt McIntyre still the top rookie on the list, but he no longer is the top rookie in the standings. He fell to 11th after Osborne got up to 6th, and he fell from 7th. Eli Bright 8th in points. Yepes 10th in points. Sorlin 14th, Oskin 13th, Hoffman 12th, Gardner 11th. As Rich is now up to 10th place. And Alex Ferrante sits in 9th. And here's Osborne. So the top 3 rookies here. 4th is Kev Shearer. 8th is Osborne, and 9th is Ferrante. So Austin Alves has fallen, is down in 6th place, trying to make his way around John Arndt here. That would be for 5th place. Nothing much really else going on as Philip Parker laps Cody Hagan. And now this is where lap traffic's going to make you lose your lead, but how you get around these lap cars is going to make a big difference. Because if he gets stuck on the bottom, he's going to lose all the ground he's made up. And it looks like he's going to be good. He's going to stick it on the high line. You can see about a second of fall off has kicked in for these drivers. It's Hartnett and Amato are closing up to the back of the 8 car. Zach Rogers about to be the 3rd car to fall a lap down. Curtis and Hagan are up on that high line. They're in the way as Amato is making a pass on Emmanuel Hartnett. That is for 2nd, and it looks like Kev Shearer is going to try and get 3rd place while Hartnett's stuck on that lower line. Shearer has been showing strong runs, but has been unable to finish them off. Could the Motordrome finally be the track he does that? He sits 41st in points. Still no top 10s to show for his great starting efforts. Amato now stuck on the low line of Hagan. That is going to help propel Shearer up to 2nd place. Amato's actually got a pretty good car, it seems, on the bottom. Turn 4 is the worst of them all. Shearer has the position that lap. Hartnett's going to fight back and try and get back up the 3rd. These guys fighting for 2nd to 4th right now. Alves sits 5th, Sanford 6th. Arndt's down to 7th, Osborne 8th, Ferrante 9th, and Rich still sits at the final position in the top 10. Parker now on the outside of Quentin Moore, who won the Martinsville race. Now to the outside of Zach Flickinger as Tringale's driving away. He's trying not to fall a lap down before the pit stops. As we know, short track pit stops can get crazy. A lot of cars can end up being a lap down. So we're on lap 41 and 125. We should be approaching the pit window here soon. Not sure if we're expecting these guys to 1-stop it tonight, or 2-stop it. See, Parker's extending his lead yet again. Shearer's 2nd, Hartnett 3rd, Amato 4th, but Amato is looking back to the outside of Hartnett for that 3rd place position as there's a battle for 5th. That's Sanford to the outside of Alves. Sanford could be looking for what I believe would be his best finish on the season. And he's going to drive right around that 16 machine as John Arndt has gone up to 9th. Osborne has fallen off tremendously all of a sudden, down to 10th. Rich up to 9th. Ferrante's now going for 7th on the 48, and now here we're seeing the long run drivers really starting to hit their strides. Ferranti, another driver who's shown good runs. He got second at Martinsville. So the short track domination or consistency, I guess, is showing here for this 88 car. Trying to get another top 10, maybe a top 5 if he can. Rich will move up to 8th, easily getting by the 48 machine of John Arndt. As now Johnny Gardner looks to get into the top 10 as he fights Joshua Osborne Hoffman there, sitting in 12th, Nate Rogers in 13th. And now Sanford has caught, these guys are all catching up to the other leaders because they're in lap traffic. Parker has pulled away to a almost 3-second lead over Shear, and now Sanford's going to be fighting for 4th as he takes that position from Amato. Hartnett's looking low. Shear is trying to get by his teammate Quentin Moore, and these guys still can't seem to even get by the first lap down car. And now Parker fighting with teammate DJ Curtis. This is actually going to hurt the 6, but he still seems to be increasing his lead despite being side by side and on the inferior line. Yep, only a little bit of ground is gained. The Sanford moves up to 3rd. The top 10 is starting to get tight up from 2nd on down. Parker's all in his own little world here. You can see how early they hit the brakes now because of the tire wear. But not even at the corner yet, really. And so now let's take a lap with the 6. Hopefully they're not about to pit. Look at how early they slow down there. Rolling through the corner, and right here you get back on the gas. See, there it is. Doesn't even hit the corner yet, already on the brakes. So Parker doing a good job. Shearer in 2nd, Sanford's 3rd. It looks like Shearer might be trying to get by some of these lap cars. Oh, he got by more, but he's looking down the wrong line here. There's Sanford 3rd, Amato 4th. Hartnett has fallen down to 5th now as Andrew Rich is really making a good run here. Moving up the 6th past the 88 of Ferranti. Al's aren't. They've been falling. Here's Gardner in 10th now. And Nate Rogers has rised up to 11th. Hoffman's fallen to 15th. Al's unable to get by Ferranti as Rich is going to start making a run here for 5th place. Now remember, these drivers still have not pit, and it's looking like it could be a one-stop race. Now we know this track can be tricky when they do pit. Still no signs of anybody heading down the Diet Coke pit lane. As Rich is going to make a move to the highline of Hartnett as Amato is trying to get 3rd back from Kev Shearer. But Rich doing another good job here. He started on the inside line in 9th, fell back a bit, but he's made his way back up to the front. Now he's trying to crack his way into the top 5. I think really the win is kind of sealed almost, unless Parker has issues on pit road. Parker has issues. He's driven away from the field. All these other guys, it'll open up the battling because they can't even get past the first few cars that are a lap down. We see Moore getting back by Sanford. Amato's right there in 3rd. And they just can't get by the 34 car. See Tringali here, 38th, is actually closing back up a little bit on the leader of Philip Parker. Remember, he's still in his little own world here, but as we have come to the start of lap 60, we should definitely expect that these guys are gonna go all the way on one stop. Go to the outside of the 2 of Dylan Young. Gonna lap the 2, coming to lap 61. Still Still no signs of pit stop, so let's go back in the field a little more again. Sanford and Amato get by Quentin Moore as Shearer, and here comes Andrew Rich. This is the battle on for 5th. Alex Ferranti right behind him. If memory is right, Rich had a good run at Martinsville as well. If memory is wrong, don't even ignore my statement. By the way, Johnny Gardner is your points leader still, 8 points over Seth Cole. Deanna Jones, 3rd points. Andrew Rich, 4th. Dylan Young is still 5th somehow. I think that'll change after today. Rich moves up to 5th. Hartnett now really in danger as Nate Rogers has moved up to 9th. Arndt has now fallen outside the top 10. But Nate Rogers showed a good car. He had last week, him and Tringali both. This week looks like he still has a strong car, and Tringali's struggling to fight back from that disappointing day at Texas. Still no signs of when these drivers are gonna come down the pit road. We are definitely past halfway at this point. DJ Curtis fighting Eli Bright ahead of Philip Parker. That is for a 34th. So Parker doing a really good job now. 4.5 second lead on 2nd place. He's just laying them laps down, about to hit almost 2 seconds off the pace. Really surprised that they have not had the pit yet. I would expect it to be coming soon. I didn't realize these cars had so much of a good fuel mileage at this track. I see just it's so far back now. Sanford in 2nd, Amato 3rd, Shearer 4th, Rich 5th, but that position is under fire from the 88. Alves remains 6th. Nate Rogers has moved up to 8th, and there's Gardner and Hartnett. Tony Green 11th, Hoffman 12th. Battle for 13th between teammates Arndt and Sorlin. Sands 15th, Jackson 16th. Oh, and we got a pit stop. Matthew McIntyre is the first one down pit road. Seth Cole has fallen. I can't see if the 6 actually came down that time or not. Shearer is going to come down. And this is where we're going to move to our pit lane 1 camera, because that is where stuff is going to get crazy. And let's see, will Parker come down this time? Still staying out. And there's pit lane 2. Here's the pit lane 2 cam. Here's the pit lane 1 cam. There you see Parker, your race leader. Gonna stay on the spectator camera until he pits. Parker still staying out. He's playing the game here. Trying to maybe lap as many cars as he can, because as cars come out of pit road, this is where things can get dicey. Fresh tire cars versus worn tire cars. Parker continuing to stay out. Curtis just pit from behind him as Seth Cole is up in the wall, and oh, we went to the car in the pit road. And you see as cars come out of pit road, that's where things get dangerous. Parker's still staying out. Only 8 cars have yet to pit. And there goes Seth Cole. Parker's staying out a long time here. I think he knows because of his fuel. He's waiting to see if a yellow comes out because of the pit issue at this racetrack. Is he going to come down yet? Only 4 cars now. Still no signs of the 6 coming down pit road. Gardner, Sorlin, and Cole Deaver, the only other ones that have yet to pit. When is the 6 machine going to pull down? Cole Deaver, you can see going down that time. What is up with the 6 cars' fuel? Gardner, Sorlin, they've also stayed out the longest here. Oh, Sorlin just came down. You see Parker's getting passed on the low line. Oh, they're 3 wide, and Parker's finally going to pit. That's going to save a lot of people trouble. Now the question is, do we see the 32 on the racetrack? And I don't see him. So Johnny Gardner comes down pit road as well. Now we just sit here and wait, see if those yellow lights are going to come on. Here comes Cole Deaver. He was one of the last ones to pit. And those guys that were the last ones to pit, they've got 50 laps to make a lot of ground up. There's Johnny Gardner in the 32. Parker was losing about 2 seconds a lap. Here he comes out of pit road now. The caution game did not work as he hoped. And he comes out right near Austin Alves, who's just outside the top 5. So now can you take your fresh tires in traffic, as Kev Shearer is your race leader now. So Parker falls to 9th place on his strategy. You see Ferranti, anyone behind the 6th is probably almost on the same strategy, because Hoffman's up to 8th, Alves is 7th, Nate Rogers is 6th, Rich 5th, Osborne is 4th, with Amato 3rd. Deaver stayed out a long time, he's actually a lap down. And there's Sanford right behind Nico Tringali as Kev Shearer is your race leader. And if things stay green, will the 6 of Parker be able to catch her? Are we going to see another front row car win a race? Keep in mind, guys, the 4 teams that were front row, Go Fast, and Richard Petty all combined for this 2018 season. The 32 of Gardner from Go Fast, Quentin Moore and Kev Shearer from front row, who are new drivers, and the 43 of Fitzwater. Remember, Gardner won Chicago, Moore won at Martinsville, and Fitzwater won Auto Club. This 38 team is the only driver yet to win, and if he can hold on, you'll have your first team in only 8 races that has had every car visit victory lane. Go Fast Petty Enterprises, the front row name's kind of gone, but they are the same team. Sanford sitting there in 2nd, you know, he's trying to get a good run himself. Let's take another look at the point standings. Remember, Shearer sits 41st in points. This win would really help him up the standings. Sanford, I'm trying to find him, he sits 37th. Now, Sanford does have 2 top 10s, but the rest of his runs have not been great. So this top 5 finish could help them maybe plop back up to the top 5. Fitzwater's dropped to 25th in points. He's the lowest of our winners. Moore is 19th. He's probably going to plop 2 after this. All the other winners are in the top 10. Osborne 6th, Rich with his 2 and 4th. Jones is in 3rd, and Gardner is the points leader. So Sanford right now behind Tringali. As you can see, those that pit later definitely gaining ground. Remember, Seth Cole pit late, Cole Deaver pit late. There's Osborne up to 3rd. Rich sits in 4th, looking at another top 5, depending when he pit. There's Amato, Nate Rogers, Alves, Hoffman, and there's Parker. Parker's in 9th. He can't seem to make any ground up right now because of being in traffic. Now let's see, Johnny Gardner also pit the lap before him. He is down to 25th. So pit strategy at a short track. I mean, if the race was another 25 laps, I could see the strategy playing out, but I don't know if it's really going to work when you only have 50 laps left in the going. I was really shocked that the leader was one of the last ones to pit, though. I would almost think with that big lead that you might want to do a pit first. But I gotta say, guys, to have a short track. But by the way, the yellow flags are here in the flagman's case this weekend. It's not like Martinsville where the yellows don't fly. They've done a good job keeping this race clean. Short track's usually beating and banging, and we have not seen that today. But Tringali's closing up on the back of Kev Shearer. Now the good thing for Shearer is that the same thing is happening to Sanford. He's got Deaver, he's got Seth Cole. They're closing up as now Andrew Rich is trying to get by Osborne for 3rd because he knows the top 2 are going to be losing a lot of ground on that bottom line. There it is. Tringale's gotten by Shearer, and that allows Sanford to close right on up. Deaver went to go to the high line. He's going to get a little loose, but he holds off Seth Cole. Not the weak Seth wanted. Then again, he is more of a speedway road course ringer, not really much of a short track guy. This is definitely going to drop him in the point standings. As there it is, the battle for third place. Fifth place Amato is in range, but he's about a second back. And Andrew Rich is going to clear Osborne for third. And Rich, who is up to fourth in points now, could very well be looking at being the new points leader considering how Gardner is running. Looking at the rest of the points, the other three ahead of him are Seth Cole, who's also running bad, and Deanna Jones, who, is 18th. So Rich definitely in range to get the points lead, at least from a third place finish. And my voice a little shake, the coffee is kicking in, guys. I had like a little bit left. So here it is. Rich is caught up to the back of Seth Cole, who's going by Charles Sanford right now, who's in second place. There you can see Deaver has caught up to the back of Shearer. Remember, pit strategy, fresher tires, all that good stuff. Amato has closed up a bit to the back of Osborne in fifth. There's Nate Rogers, sixth. Alf, seventh still with Hoffman, eighth, as Parker's trying to find a way to get by Flickinger. Still stuck in ninth. And Andrew Rich moves up to second place. Gets by Sanford. Sanford now under fire from Osborne and Amato. This 53 team, man, I don't know what they did in the offseason, but Rich has had a great run. I mean, they kind of got lucky with Daytona. They got lucky with Texas, I guess, with the fuel strategy. But this is pure speed they are showing here. They kind of showed it at Martinsville, too. They are showing that they have a car to win a championship after Dodge only won one race with Zach Rogers last season. Rich came close at Indianapolis. Deanna Jones won at Vegas. But Deanna Jones was under Toyota last season, not Dodge. She joined the Dodge team. And John Nunn, you know, he's not doing so great. Where's he at, actually? He's at 25th. Where's Zach Rogers again? At 19. He is 39th. Yep, not having a good run. Oh, James Shelley has fallen 5 laps down. I'm not sure what's up with that. But that's not good for the one car. So Rich continues to hold in second place. As oh, where the hell is the 38? Oh, I didn't even realize. I was talking so out of it, I didn't even notice he passed Kev Shearer for the freaking lead. I didn't even see it, guys. I'm like, where's the 38? Did he pit? Nope. There he is in second place. So Andrew Rich is about to win back-to-back. As this time I will be 20 to go. Oh, poking out that nose on the low line is not going to make you go back-to-back and get a third win. But remember, guys, 5 points per win. You get 5 points per win, and it stays at the start of the first round. If you get to the second round, it stays at the start of the second round, and same thing for the third round. So these wins is what Andrew needs to do, but sticking your nose under someone's not going to help. But Joshua Osborne passes Shearer for second here now. He's going to close right up to the back of Rich. Now, Osborne could be looking at a second win, and remember, he's 6th in points. So he's been doing good this season too. The rookie sensation of Joshua Osborne could be giving these guys a run for their money. Parker has fallen to 10th place. His pit strategy has not worked out today. Shearer 9th now, Amato 4th. That's Nate Rogers has risen up to 5th. Hoffman 6th, Alf still 7th. Ferranti has fallen down to 9th, or no, he was still 9th. But Matthew McIntyre right behind Philip Parker here is about to get him for the 10th place position. As now Nate Rogers is going to pass Kev Shearer for 4th place. So Audi doing a good job here at the Dodge Motordrome. Amato sits fine in 3rd. There it is. Seth Cole's right on the bumper of Fitzwater. Andrew Rich is trying to get by on the high line. Osborne is right on his tail. They're coming to 15 to go this time by. And there's the move to the outside of Seth Cole. This is to put 42 a lap down. And he will get by, and now Osborne's got to make his way by. And Rich will catch up to the bumper here of Fitzwater, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. I believe we were at 13 to go here. Alright, so Osborne gets by Seth Cole. Now Amato and Nate Rogers are looming. It's shown that they've got fast race cars. And I don't know if Amato chose a good point to get to the outside of Seth Cole, but it looks like he did. Seth is running the lower line because he knows the lead lap car is there. Can't quite get there. And as Andrew Rich is looking down the wrong lane here, oh, don't do it, man. Oh, he's going to have the lift there. It's going to let Osborne catch up. Osborne's there. This is for the race lead, guys. It'll be 10 to go next time by. Can Rich get his nose back up there? Ooh, Osborne screwed up a little bit there. Got in a little too hard. He's going to fall back to Seth Cole now. 10 to go here at the Motordrome. Rich still right behind Fitzwater. Osborne is still right there as well as Philip Goldberg gets by Amato. Cody Hagan's about to go by. Caleb Hoffman now up to 4th from nowhere. Him and Austin Alves. And now we're probably seeing the long run tires kick in. Parker's back up to 9th. Can't seem to get to the outside of people very well. But the battle is on at the lead as Alves is going to take 5th back from Nate Rogers. So Nate Rogers got all the way up to 4th. Now he's going to fall back down to 6th. Hoffman, the defending champion, up to 3rd. He had a good run last week at Texas. And now Osborne is getting stuck on the low line as Seth Cole, Philip Goldberg, they're going to pass him, and Rich is going to get to the high line of Fitzwater. That might just seal this race. You never know, though. You get someone down on that bottom line, it could shake things up, but Seth Cole is the closest car that could do it. Remember, he passed the 53 last week at Texas to unlap himself. Will he try and do it again here at the Dodge Motordrome? This is unbelievable, though. I can't believe I'm about to see Dodge win for the 4th time in 2018. If it does indeed happen, it would be the 4th win for Dodge between 2 drivers. Deanna Jones won at Atlanta, and Andrew Rich will have won at Daytona, Texas, and the Dodge Motordrome, as next time by will be 4 to go. He's got nothing to worry. Seth Cole and Philip Goldberg, 2 lap cars in the way. Fitzwater's in the way. Hagan's in the way. Osborne's in 2nd, trying to hold off Caleb Hoffman as Alves is up here for 4th. Nate Rogers is now going to kick Amato outside the top 5 as Parker and Ferranti have come out of nowhere. You know, they'll worn tires against those newer tires. Guys that pit later. Hoffman was one of the last ones to pit. He sits in 3rd. Alves sits in 4th. Osborne's in 2nd, but they are 2 seconds behind Andrew Rich now. Oh, Seth Cole's going to make the move to the high line. 2 laps to go at the Dodge Motordrome. Andrew Rich. This guy runs dirt races in his free time at his local dirt track. Running in the NRSL full-time, white flag. I guess you could call him the Dodge Tony Stewart. But this is just unbelievable. Coming around through turns 3 and 4, Andrew Rich will pick up his 3rd win and 2nd straight at the Dodge Motordrome. Unbelievable. Joshua Osborne will get 2nd. Caleb Hoffman 3rd, Austin Alves 4th, Nate Rogers 5th, Ferranti 6th, Parker comes back up to 7th, Amato 8th, Shearer 9th, and Peter Sands will round out the top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the race here today. We'll take a look at the rest of your standings as we go to the pit lane 2 camera. And there you go, guys. There's the rest of the standings. Another caution-free race as Hagan got to his stall before the race was official. Something happened to James Shelley, not sure. Quentin Moore, 41st. Dylan Young, not a good day for him either. Fitzwater, another bad day. He might just drop outside the top 30, but Seth Cole, 34th. Gardner got 18th. Deanna Jones got 16th. So Andrew Rich is your new points leader now. 3 wins on the season. Unbelievable. Back-to-back wins. Next week we go to Richmond. Richmond gave us a good race last season, if my memory's correct. I'll have your past winner for you when we get to Richmond next week. But I believe it was Nate Rogers back when he was on the 89 team. I'll confirm that for you guys when we go to Richmond. This was the first race for the Motordrome in the series, so I think the officials are pretty happy with what they saw today with the tire strategy and whatnot. So who knows, maybe this race will come back green flag event. But Andrew Rich is your race winner in another caution-free event. But with that said, I will see you guys next week at Richmond. And I hope for those that are watching, I hope you are keeping up with the Lucas Oil Cup Series races that are slowly being uploaded. And I will see you guys at Richmond.